As Lionel's at the mansion, someone quietly creeps up. He says that the conversation is over, but then gets shot and falls off. Jonathan wakes up in his truck with a gun and a bottle in his hand, surrounded by the police. Ethan places him under arrest. Jonathan's confused. In prison, he's told that Lionel's critical and the gun he had on him was the one used for the shooting. He says that he was running an errand and after drinking half a beer, he was completely out. Dominic accused Lex of the shooting. When Clark asks Henry Small to represent his dad, he rejects them. Lana then mentions that she went yesterday to the mansion to drop off tax bills, but she heard Jonathan yelling at Lionel to stay away from Martha. When Clark arrives home, he finds police investigating their house. Ethan finds the watch gifted to Martha by Lionel. He mentions how Jonathan threatened Lionel and then went drinking heavily and then returned to shoot Lionel. Eyewitnesses saw Jonathan's truck leaving the mansion along other physical evidences. Clark returns to the area they found Jonathan. He finds a bullet stuck in a piece of wood. Clark says that somebody probably drugged his dad and shot first. The doctor says that Lionel's in a coma. Clark tells the sheriff about the bullet, but he doesn't think much of it. Dominic then states that Jonathan's not the killer, and then recounts an incident that night where Lex argued with Lionel about buying out LexCorp, and later returned to shoot Lionel and frame Jonathan. Clark asks Lex if he framed his dad, but he's told off. Clark and Pete question the barman. He thinks Jonathan is the killer, so Clark grabs him. As they're driving away, Pete's forced off the road, and the driver shoots the engine. As the car explodes, Clark saves Pete. At the hospital, Lex believes Dominic is the killer because buying out LexCorp also affects him. That night, after storming off, he heard Dominic being angry because Lionel gave Lex another chance, and then he returned to shoot Lionel and drug Jonathan. After Lana has a conversation with Henry, she changes his mind to take on the case. Henry says that Dominic's alibi is flimsy, but the bartender that could corroborate his involvement has disappeared. Clark then breaks into the bar. They find the bartender's body in the freezer and he finds a picture on the wall. At night, someone enters Lionel's room with a gun and shoots him. Clark puts on the lights and recorded it. It is Ethan. After Clark pushes him, he tells him he's friends with the bartender and they work together to frame his dad. He then went and shot Lionel. He's also the one that shot them. The man says that the Luthors destroy everything and then cries. Clark and Lex then talk how Ethan used to be friends with his dad. Lex finds it unfortunate that so many people would have had reasons to kill his father. Lex then says that Ethan has been charged for killing the bartender and shooting Lionel. He wants to know why he did it. Lionel says that there was a misunderstanding. We then see that Ethan brought files on the people who are on the board of Lex's company. Lionel blackmailed him into working for him from that moment. Lionel blames Lex for this whole thing due to the buyout, but he now wants to focus on the future together.